Welcome to this channel. This channel is for education and culture based on historical and scientific evidence. So those who do not want to face the truth, please do not continue on to watch this video. So in the past a week or so, I have shared the core of Ancient Wing Chun in a nutshell, namely the random unstable recycling momentum, fifth issue from heart, and the Qigong, the three level of the Qigong, the nurture Qi, the transportations, and the applications. Due to that, many of our Wing Chun friends asking me about the spiritual part of ancient Wing Chun, like Zen, because remember, Wing Chun is a Buddhist art. You say Shaolin or Mei Zhuang, those are all Buddhists. And the spiritual aspect or the spiritual of ancient Wing Chun is Zen, right? Shaolin. The teaching is passing down from Bodhidharma who brought the Buddha's teaching to China. Now, often I have said lately that Bodhidharma's teaching is don't cheat ourselves, don't cheat others, don't get cheated by other people. So we become a clear people. We know what it is. Now, however, there are the technical content of Buddha's teaching, Zen. Many people today call it the spiritual aspect. Many people call it philosophy and so forth, so forth. Well, most of the thing today you heard in the public is not what it is. So tonight I like to share with you. Here on, you know exactly what it is. Okay? Sure, I'm not Bodhidharma. I am not my Qigong or my grand teacher, Xu Yin, the Zen patriarch. I am not my Sifu, late Sifu, Venerable Xuan Hua. But because of me being around with all this old timer, I know what those things are. And I decide to share this with you so that you all know what is going on. Here on, really clear on what it is. And so we don't promote those kind of fighting stuff, violence. I want to be number one. Talk with your hand, not talk with your mouth. We don't do that because ancient Wing Chun is something really uh, have a deep level of artistics or a deep level of value. It's not about provoking violence to beat somebody number one and all these competitions, violence. It's not. It's about life, human life. It is about helping us to live a better life. Okay. And so tonight I'm going to share with you on this. And so here on, you know. Okay. Buddhism is not philosophy. And don't call all these things spiritual, this spiritual, this. We want to know exactly what it is. Now, Since the Buddha said every living beings have Buddha nature, everybody can become Buddha. You and me have no different. We have the same Buddha nature. And due to we have the same Buddha nature with the Buddha, we be able to comprehend, to aware of what the Buddha aware. Okay? The only difference is those people like the Buddha, they are in advanced level. We are not. It's like we are baby. Because we are human, we can aware of what the daddy and the mommy aware. The only thing is that we are baby. And you don't have to develop the the certain thing which is like you don't have it and you have to develop it. No, you don't. You just have to refine it. So now let's get into it. The first thing is we need to know about attach because human we are really big in attachment. Okay, so what is attach? Well, you can experience it now while I am sharing with you. And here on, you know what it is. You can experience it. It's like you want to know what is the taste of apple. I give you a piece of apple. You eat the apple. You know the taste of apple. Then you know the taste of apple, even though you are not the expert on different taste of different apple, but you know the taste of apple. The taste of apple is never lemon. Disregard what is a grand this Fuji apple or whatever apple. You know that in that ballpark what is the taste of apple is. Now, attachment. What is attachment? Attachment is like when we go watch a movie. Like we are watching, say, a Wing Chun movie. We sit down there in the cinema, we watch the Wing Chun movie, and then when in the movie have into a fight, we get excited. And when in the movie is in a sad mode, we feel sad. In the movie, if it is having a scene of everything is quiet down, and then we all quiet down. And then when we see Bruce Lee, we claps. And when we watching movie, we can get to the point that we don't even know that we are watching movie, but we are actually run by the movie. The movie, the people in the movie cry, we cry, the people in the movie get excited, we get excited. That called attachment. We attach to that state already, the conditions. So attachment is like exactly when we are in the movie. Those things, right? We all go to movie, right? Attach. We fall in love with certain things. Now, attachment, it can go as bad as we already attached, but we don't know we are attached. We are deep inside the attachment. It's like you go watch, say, Bruce Lee's movie, and then in the movie, Bruce Lee kicks somebody, you have the sense, the feeling of you going to do it too, and all this. You just link with Bruce Lee that is attached to it, the character in the movie. And then it's so deep that when after the movie we get up from the cinema, we still in our mind we still is attached to that, and even in our dream we still attach to that, and then we can start chasing it. Oh, Bruce Lee do this thing called Wing Chun, and I want to do Wing Chun too. If I do Wing Chun, I can be like this. That's called attachment. Okay. So many people get addictive to certain things, good thing, bad thing, to liquor and so forth. There's attachment. Okay. Now we need to know certain thing, which is today many people talk about this meditations and this mindful whatever they are talking about. Most people who do meditation or qigong today is attached to the state of silence or quiet. So that state is like when you listen to music, quiet down, silence. You feel quiet, really comfortable. Well, that is a state. That is a state that you want to stay inside there. That is called a state. One attached to that state, one will keeping looking at it. So attached to a silent state is no different than attached to alcohol. It just different states, but you attach to it. Attached to a silent state also attached to a silent state. So be careful. Okay. Now, so what is detached? Detached is if say I'm watching Bruce Lee's movie, I get excited, I attach to it, and so forth, so forth, so forth. But there is a third person Hendrik there watching the Bruce Lee's movie. There's a third person Hendrik watching the Bruce Lee's movie. And so the third person Hendrik know that both what is in the movie and what happened in the Hendrik's mind and body and emotion and state. The third person. So there's a Hendrik, another Hendrik watching, aware of Hendrik watching a Bruce Lee movie. So whatever I'm crying, I'm getting angry, and so forth, so forth. All my attachment to the Bruce Lee's movie, the third person Hendrik, still a Hendrik, not the third person Hendrik, like me, separate another one watching me. He see all this. That in this watching the watcher position, he's at detached. He detached to Hendrik, he detached to all those states, like the silence, this Hendrik one, the feeling of this movie and so forth. But the third person know what is play in that Bruce Lee movie and know what is in Hendrik's mind and body and physiological states. So when one is at that third person level, which are aware of this, it is called detached. Now, at attach, you actually blind yourself. You just attach to certain thing. It's just like when we are in high school, when we fall in love with a girl at first sight, or fall in love with a guy at the first sight, you just attach it. But the third person who see that, hey, Hendrik fall in love with that girl, or Hendrik like that girl uh, in the next classroom. So he detached of it. He doesn't have the emotion. He only have the awareness. Okay, so that's detached. You know that. Okay, you can experience that because you have Buddha nature. That's called detached. Now, the real detached come when the third person Hendrik turn into just an awareness. This is not third person Hendrik anymore. He just aware of this Hendrik is watching the Bruce Lee movie, and then all this thing going on, the change in Hendrik's physiology, and so forth, so forth, so forth. That is the real detach. When you get to that state, that is what it called by mindful. So you know everything all around. You are you do not attach to any one of this, but you clearly know everything here. Well, you can do that, just go to a movie and make believe that there's a third you there watching you watching that movie, and then the third you is just an awareness, is aware everything here. That's what it is, voila. So that's mindful. You mindful of everything. Nothing trap your mind. Nothing delude you. While in attachment, we delude each other sometimes because I love this. For some reason, I saw this teenager girl uh, in the next classroom, like when we are teenager in a high school. Suddenly, we fall in love. We like her. We just want to date her, and we can delude ourselves. That's called attach. For the mindful one, it's just aware of all the entire thing. The guy who watched uh, the movie stuff, the guy, all those things. That's called mindful. When one is mindful, there's no mind. No mind means that everything exists there. You can see Bruce Lee in the movie. You can see Hendrik getting emotional, getting attached, and so forth, so forth. But you're aware of everything, but you do not detach, you do not attach on anything. That's called no mind. No mind doesn't mean that you don't think. No mind meaning you're aware of everything. Okay? You're aware even what you think, but you never attach, you never grasp anything. That's called no mind. At that point, you are no self because you're aware of everything. There's no one self, there's only awareness. This is what it is. You can rewind this video and go through this. You can experience all those things. Why? Because you're a living being. I'm a living being. The Buddha is a living being. That's all. Now, the differences is this. The Buddha is being thus in awareness 24/7, 365 days. Okay? When he sleep in a sleep state, sleeping, he's like that too. The day he died, he released this body. He's like that too. We can do it. Hendrik cannot do it. Even Hendrik knows this. The next minute, my wife scream at me. I get into the movie and scream back. So, even though we know this, we need to do a lot of meditations, a lot of practice to get here. To aware of ourselves and a lot of meditation enter into the samadhi so that we reach the point that most of the time we are conscious or we are aware or we are mindful. Got it? So this is not like in the movie, total concentrations, mind power. It is not. This is the entire thing that if you get here, even death cannot handle you. Why? Because the person at the time he dying, he just say, okay, now I'm dying. The body is dying, but Hendrik is dying. The third Hendrik, the awareness see Hendrik is dying because Hendrik is a human. He will die. And then all the emotion, the pain, and all those sentimental come up. He know all this thing. So even at dying, nothing stop him. The entire world cannot stop him because awareness is timeless. Awareness is penetration everywhere. You cannot destroy awareness. So that is what it is. This is Zen. The Zen practice of, I say that end the suffering, liberations. The guy who is in liberate is the guy who is here. No self, no mind, mindful all day long because he detached. He can go inside the movie with you, but he aware of all this thing. But while we are just get into the movie and we right away within 5 minutes we are within the movie, playing Batman or playing Superman. But the guy is just sitting down there is well aware of this thing. Okay. So the kung fu is to develop it so that it is 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. It's always like that. Enlightenment, Zen monk know this, but they go one step further to cultivate this so that they be able to extend their time of mindfulness, no mind, no self, and of course at that time they detach. Okay. So in this kind of thing, for the detached kind of stuff, we don't have to go this far. Even in a very minimum detached, when you play your Shu Lim Tao, right away you know the six core element. That's how you're aware of it because you detach of it. But detach doesn't mean that you detach your body, your physical body. I purposely using my mind to detach my body or using my mind to do this, my mind to do that. If I'm keeping using my mind to do this, my mind to do that, you know what? I trap here in the state. I'm attached to that thing. So there's like in the movie, my mind is run by the movie and I'll do this, do that, do that. Or my mind feel like I like to go watch a sex and violence movie so that I get this sensation. That is attached. And also, if my mind say, "Hey, you have to stop talking to this guy," that's called detached. Well, that is still an attachment, attached to detach. Well, real detachment is dynamic. Everything is okay. So if you go read my late Sifu Venerable Shen Hua teaching, you can see he always say everything is okay. When he say everything is okay, it means that he's not attached to things. But it doesn't mean that he go inside there and doing some kind of crazy stuff or violating the precepts of the Buddhism and so forth and attach to something. Say everything okay. Okay. You go get drunk, everything's okay. No. He mean that not attached. When he say everything's okay, it doesn't mean that you just simply go wherever, indulge yourself and you say everything's okay. Well, so why do you want to indulge yourself? Because you're attached to it. Okay. So because people have this mindful, no mind, no self type of ability. It's beyond your philosophy, beyond your spiritual, beyond your whatever you can name it. That's why you cannot name it. This is like the Buddha nature. Okay. Dao can be speak, is not Dao. 道可道非常道. Okay. Like Dao De Jing say. It is at that level. So this is what the spiritual, the philosophy, many people Many of our Wing Chun friends and the meditation friends, everybody ask me. Now, I hope that you see clearly. So when we chase around with win and loss, violence, we know we attach here. We're not supposed to do that because whatever we attach, that is going to control us. We attach to the movie, is going to control us. Who lost? We lost. Whatever we attach to is going to eat us alive. You attach to Wing Chun is going to eat you alive. You become the slave of the Wing Chun. So Zen means you're not being anybody's slave. You're free. You liberate. And you be able to do the proper thing for the people. Okay. So it is at this level there is the spiritual of Wing Chun. Okay. No kidding. So there's no self. Okay. So it's this simple stuff, but it's very difficult. It's simple is because everybody be able to experience it. Like, oh, you want to taste an apple? This is a slice of apple. Taste it. Oh, I know what is apple taste. But you want to be good at it inside there, and you want to transform yourself into this. It is a lifetime work, or many lifetimes works. Okay. So let's not get into all this Chinese ancient philosophy, a Chinese wisdom, Tao, the I Ching, the Tai Chi, the Taoism, the this Buddhism, and this other thing, but not none be able to tell you what it is. It's just all speculation, but they never taste the taste of apple. Okay. So this is what I like to share with you. Think clearly what I'm saying. And then if you have this, you go read like the six patriarchs Buddhas, six patriarchs Sutta of the Zen, six patriarch sutra of the Zen. Okay, then you can understand what is this going on. That's the proper path. Don't get into those reincarnation stuff. I want to tell you a funny story. Usually some Buddhists, some Chinese asking me, Hendrik, it's very strange that you know all this 1850s Wing Chun. You know the quit left and right, and you can go dig up every messages. So you show everybody the evidence where this come from. So saying that, they say this: you must be from Red Boat, otherwise you cannot know all this thing. You cannot find all the details. It's like the song in the Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, right? By the by the side of your eyes, I'll be able to find out everything if the years, even the years, take away all my memory. So you must be somebody in the red book. So the thing continue on saying, so are you Yikam reincarnations? Or you Li Man Mao reincarnation? Or you are Miu Sun, the guy who designed the Xu Lim Tao set reincarnations? Or else how can you know this much and this clear? So I was laughing with them. I said, have you watched the movie Vampire Restart? Yeah, I'm a vampire. I just come back from 1850s Red Boat. See, the Tom Cruise play the Vampire Restart, right? You know, like it's a movie and interview with the vampire. You know, it's from the opera too. So I must be a vampire, right? And then I said, but wait a minute. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm the guy who designed the Xu Lim Tao 1850. So I know it everything. And I must be get really pissed off before I die. So that I swear I'm going to come back. I vow I'm going to come back and straighten all this thing. But then wait a minute, maybe I'm the guy who screw everybody up on the Wing Chun 1850. So because I screw everything up, I get punished to come back to straighten everything, to clean everything up because I create the mess. Okay? So I was joking with everybody. Either I'm a vampire restart, or I get really pissed off somebody's screw up this Wing Chun 1850, or I'm the guy who screw up. Well, all of those are what? All of those just a joke. The real thing is here. You don't want to get attached. You don't want to get attached to, oh, I Hendrik must be the vampire restart from Red Boat Opera, come back to year 2021. Or I must be Yik Kam, or I must be Miu Sun who create that uh, that that 1850s Yulim Tao. Or else, how come other people don't know? How come I know? Or I must be get really, I'm a bad guy in the 1850 Wing Chun. I'm the trader. So Hendrik is the trader. He screw everything up. So the Wing Chuners or they're suffering. So then now I have to pay back, coming back. You get into that, you believe on that, you get attached. Don't do that. Be as the Buddha teach. Be mindful, no mind, no self, helping everybody to live a better life. That is the bottom line. You can never go back to 1850. And the world keeping progress every day. And as General Chi Chi Guang said, martial art keeping evolving. We need to keep learn. Nobody know it all. That is the proper path. That is the spiritual path. Okay. So let's not get into violence. Let's be able to reason with evidence, with science. Let's be mindful, no self, and no mind. Of course, we're going to screw up. Of course, we're going to do that, and acknowledge that, and we drop it. If we don't acknowledge it, we attach to it, right? So acknowledge it, and we get to the third person. We acknowledge Hendrik screw up here. Okay, Hendrik screw up, and that's it. Over. You let go the past. The past is like a prison. We need to let go the past, get out from that prison because the past doing nothing. I can tell you I can prove to you I'm a vampire restart. That's why I know 1850s Wing Chun's left and right inside out. I can prove to you that I'm Yik Kam. I can prove to you I'm the guy who screwed up Wing Chun. But that is past. That is a prison which traps us. Only when you go to mindful, no mind, no self, you re-break. Everything is so free. Tomorrow I might go learn BJJ. Why not? Why not? Tomorrow I might go learn Tai Chi because I want to do health stuff. Why not? Tomorrow I might go and learn Western boxing. Sky's the limit. This is where you get your freedom, your liberations, your energetic, your open heart, okay? And you care for the world, you care for yourself, and you care for your family, and you care for everybody here. Not here. Once you attach, you take a certain position, you take a certain identity, you're dead. So hope that what I share with you today help you to have a better next year. Start from today, okay? Uh, Rebreak yourself, get out from your old prison, uh, prosper, improve yourself, and living a meaningful life for yourself, for your family, and you know that living in the past, living in the movie theater, even though you have all the excitement there, the sensation there, it never tastes as good as liberations, freedom. So the Zen, there's a Zen saying that somebody asked the Zen monk, let the Zen monk drink tea, and he said that so you have a different type of very famous the tea. Yeah. Ask the Zen monk to taste it. He said, "Oh, which one is better? Which one better? Which one better?" So guess what the Zen monk said? The best taste is still the water, plain water, because you don't detach, because it's free. You are not attached to a certain taste.